Okay, this will be my first recording from this new computer. Now, first of all, I want to put my thoughts on the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. I heard there was one coming out live action, maybe animated. I don't know, since Nickelodeon owns the rights, it's hard to tell. I mean, in my personal opinion, they're probably going to send it to hell in a handbasket like everything else they've done. If they do one, I was watching some reviews or thoughts that other people had on this idea, and I kind of agree with what the video game nerd was saying when he did his thoughts on it, and I kind of agree with some of the things he said. If they do one, I want to see Rocksteady and Bebop. I want to see like a really good, not shitty costume type version, and not CGI. I mean, CGI is okay, but it's getting way overused lately. And as much as I like CGI, the movies lately have just kind of overdone it, and it completely overhyped it. It's just overused in general. But if they do one like they're planning on doing, I'm hoping it'll be live action. As much as I love the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, the third one was kind of shitty, but that's because Kevin Clash died, the guy that does or did the voice for Splinter, died, which is why they had a different guy doing it in the third movie. Uh, but that's all my thoughts on that one. Kind of put your comments below if you want. I mean, it's not like I'm going to get any comments, but I would like to hear some other people's thoughts on this. I mean, I grew up with the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. I have it on DVD, and like the video game nerd has stated in his review of the chronological order, they got it completely screwed up. There are a lot of episodes out of order on the DVDs, but in general, you know, it's for nostalgic value. It has its moments for its values. What else? Let's see here. Looking at the page here. Uh, there was a Ninja Turtle Christmas special, by the way. You can find it on YouTube here somewhere. Uh, I haven't watched it yet personally, but the video game nerd did a review of it from Cinemassacre, and well, I haven't actually watched it yet, but supposedly it takes place after the Coming Out of the Shells tour, so it uses the same costumes from that, and after the third movie. So, but before the next mutation, which I'll get into that another time. I love the next mutation. What else do we got here? Let's see. The Back to the Future trilogy, which I just finished watching a couple of reviews of that, particularly by Cinemassacre. The video game nerd did reviews of those. But I really enjoy the Back to the Future trilogy. I will say that. I will agree on most fans. Their favorite is the first one. Mine is the second one for various reasons, but there are parts of the second one, and I could pick the trilogy apart, nitpick it if I wanted to. Uh, but overall, I mean, you can't beat time travel movies. I mean, it's great. I didn't really like the third movie personally, and the cartoon series pretty much didn't fit in at all. It was out of continuity. I don't know. This TV series, the cartoon series was just, I didn't really like it anyway. Uh, but they did recently make a series of games. They're working on them, and their new episodes are coming out each month, I think. There are currently 3 episodes out. You can find them on YouTube to watch somebody play them. They're actually a really good game, and it brings a really nice close to the Back to the Future trilogy. Uh, but anyway, enough about that. If you want to look it up, look it up. It really does explain a lot of things, and it brings a nice close to the Back to the Future saga in general. My thoughts on the upcoming Terminator movies. Now, I haven't done a lot of research on this yet, so I can't really tell you much, but I do know that Arnold Schwarzenegger has started accepting contracts again, and he is very interested in doing a Terminator 4, which will be separate from the Terminator Salvation movie that's coming out. I'm sure they'll find some way to intertwine the two together. I'm not real 100% sure on that, but so don't quote me on that. But let me hear your thoughts on that. What do you guys think about another Terminator movie coming out? I mean, I love Christian Bale and all, but I really would love to see Arnold Schwarzenegger come back as the Terminator. He is like, to me, he is the Terminator. There is no other person to play that part, in my opinion. I mean, the T-1000 was awesome and all, but I just love Arnold Schwarzenegger as a Terminator. I mean, he's a great actor. My thoughts on the new Conan movie that's coming out. I've watched the trailer. I actually saw the trailer in theaters when I went and seen something else. Can't remember what. And I'm going to say it's looking pretty decent from what the teaser trailer is. But Jason Momoa, who most people recognize from Stargate, he just, I don't know, he just doesn't do it for me. There's just something about it. I don't know. Again, I'm a diehard fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger, so to me, there is no one but him that can play that part. There will be no Terminator but him. There will be no Conan but him. It's just, it's one of those things, you know. It's just one of those things where there is no person except him. He is the definitive Terminator, and Conan. There just can't be anybody else in that part. I mean, I'll probably watch it in theaters, or maybe wait until it's on video or online somewhere to watch. I don't know. I'll give it a shot and save my final judgment on that until I actually see it. But yeah. Again, post your comments, see what you think. It's not like I have anybody that's going to bother watching this, which is why I don't really care. I'm just doing it for fun. Let's see. Star Wars. Now, I heard rumors about this. I cannot confirm it. I cannot deny it yet. I'll probably do some research on it and ask around. But I heard that George Lucas is finally going to start making his live-action Star Wars TV series after the Clone Wars cartoon has ended, which they're getting really close to ending that now. My thoughts on that are, personally, I can't really give an honest opinion on it. I'm not real thrilled about it, given the fact that the first season's supposed to take place between episodes 3 and 4. The second season will, if they get that far, will take place between episodes 4 and 5. And the third season that he's wanting to do will take place between episodes 5 and 6. And then supposedly he was going to do one more that would take place and wrap up the story after episode 6. But I cannot confirm that. I cannot deny it. But if it's true, great. I'll probably watch every fucking episode of it. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely will. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Of course, I love Mark Hamill. I recognize Mark Hamill as the Joker, too. Yeah. Scrolling down here. Now, Batman versus Joker. Now, I know they're working on a final Batman movie by Christopher Nolan that's coming out this summer, The Dark Knight Rises, which will feature Catwoman and Bane, which last time we saw Bane, he was a dumbass. They completely fucked up the character. As we all know, it was the minute Joel Schumacher got his hands on the franchise, it went to hell. As much as I love Batman and Robin, and I liked Batman Forever for what it was, Michael Keaton will still be the best Batman to me. I mean, nothing against Christian Bale and all, but Batman, I mean, to me, sure, Adam West did it first, which apparently, according to some information, he wasn't the very, very first Batman, but still. I like the Michael Keaton Batman just like I like the Jack Nicholson Joker. To me, he is the best Joker, always will be. I mean, I know that can be argued up and down. Some people say Cesar Romero is the best Joker from the original TV series. Some say that Heath Ledger Joker is a better. This varies from person to person. I personally like the Nicholson Joker, always will. And that's enough on that subject. I know they're going to reboot the Batman series saga movie once this Christopher Nolan comes out. He will have some say in the next movie, but he won't be actually making. They're going to completely reinvent Batman again. I'm not real happy about that. I don't think it needs another reinventing. I think Christopher Nolan's Batman is fine the way it is. He did a good job of reinventing it. Now, that brings me to the subject of Superman. Now, we all know that there's another Superman movie coming out that's going to reinvent it. We know Zack Snyder's helming it and behind it. Let me see your guys' thoughts behind this. Personally, I think I'll give it a shot. I mean, to me, Christopher Reeves will always be Superman. Brandon Roth did a good job. The movie itself was not good, but he did a good job. He looked exactly like Christopher Reeves. He will always be Superman. Now, we know Henry Cavill is playing Superman. We know that General Zod will be the main bad guy in Zack Snyder's Superman Man of Steel. So, anyway, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Anybody have any special thoughts on that? I mean, personally, I'll give it a shot. It can't be as bad as Superman Returns. I mean, come on. I love the Superman franchise, and generally, Superman 2 will still be my favorite one. But Superman Returns, I mean, come on. Superman versus a rock. You couldn't come up with a better idea than that. All the villains out there, and you come up with a rock. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, back on that. Now, I heard rumor, and I'm not sure on this. I'll have to do some research and get back another video on this for future, if this, depending on comments. I know that they're going to do another Indiana Jones movie. I'm not sure the story behind it or scripting. I know they've got a script that they're working on for another Indiana Jones movie. And I know that I personally will probably go see it. Because I like Indiana Jones. I mean, the last movie was a little far-fetched even for me. I mean, aliens, come on, seriously. Sure, it was based somewhat in reality on the Michael Hedges skull. But seriously, they couldn't come up with something better than that. I mean, sure, Indiana Jones is getting kind of old, and Harrison Ford is starting to show his age, but seriously. Aliens? Come on! I also know that they're going to redo Jaws and make it in 3D. The first movie, they're going to reinvent that, reboot it. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't know the exact storyline behind it. I heard that Chris Rock was going to be in it, so I don't know what that's going to be like. I can't confirm who's going to be in it, because right now it's under the rumored section, and there's no real details on it. What are your thoughts on this? I'd love to hear other people's thoughts on that. I mean, personally, I don't think they need to fuck with it. You don't fuck with shit like that. I mean, you just can't. I mean, come on. Now, here is a big thing going on. Transformers, The Dark of the Moon. I want to see this movie, but at the same time, I really, as a fan of the original cartoon series and of the original 1986 movie, I fucking hate the Bayformers. I will flat out say that right now. I fucking hate Michael Bay's Transformers. When it first came out, I was all psyched. I was like, you gotta be shitting me. A live-action Transformer movie? All right. When I went and seen it, disappointment. Complete, utter disappointment. They completely ass-fucked all of my favorite Transformers. Not only did they kill Jazz, who never fucking dies to my knowledge in the original series, but they completely fucked up Optimus Prime's design. I mean, come on. A nose cone truck, which I don't know what they're actually called, but he's supposed to be a flat-fronted square diesel truck, red, with a fucking trailer, not have fucking flames. I mean, come on. Sure, I know they're trying to go toward a newer audience, but seriously, come on. Couldn't you at least get that right? Now, Transformers Prime tried to make up for this. They gave him his trailer in one episode, and it was okay, and he looks pretty decent. I can put up with the flames. I mean, I could put up with the flames and the nose cone truck as long as he has his fucking trailer. And he does have that in the Transformers Prime in one episode, and I don't know if he keeps it or not, but because they haven't really shown it since then. Now, the death of Optimus Prime in the original 1986 movie was by far the most devastating on-screen death by a fictional character that has ever been and ever will be. I mean, come on. There were kids that were so traumatized by that it spawned a massive letter writing, phone call. I mean, it just, parents were pissed off. I mean, kids were traumatized. I don't cry very often, but that was one movie that I cried on, and I bawled my eyes out. I loved Optimus Prime, and it caused them to have to bring him back in the following season. They couldn't find a better way to pass the torch to the new generation. They had to go and fucking kill him. And generally, it's because they were killing off a toy line. But yeah, I'll get into a review of that later on when I go into the Transformer series on my own. And this isn't anything fancy. I can't do anything fancy with it like most people can. I can't, have fancy opening and closing. I can't have like little screenshots and everything. I'm still working on figuring out how to do that shit. But that's my thoughts on all that. Yeah.